A terrified voice calls 911, whispers one sentence, and then silence. No scream, no goodbye. Just a line that still chills investigators. He's here, and then the call goes dead. It was a quiet night in late October, 2014, in a small suburban town, the kind of place where doors are rarely locked and neighbors know each other by name. At 2:17 a.m., the emergency dispatch center received a call that would become one of the most disturbing and mysterious cases in recent memory. The caller was a young woman, alone, or at least she thought she was. What followed would puzzle investigators, haunt the community, and leave behind more questions than answers. The caller was 26-year-old Emily Carter, a freelance graphic designer who had recently moved into a rented house on the edge of town. Friends described her as calm, independent, and cautious, not the type to panic easily. The house itself had a history, nothing officially documented, but locals whispered about previous tenants who had left suddenly. Some said they heard strange noises at night, others claimed they felt watched. Emily didn't believe in rumors, she believed in logic. But in the weeks leading up to that night, she told a close friend, something unusual. She sometimes heard footsteps upstairs even when she was alone. At first she laughed it off, saying it was just an old house. Wood creaks, pipes shifting. But then she stopped laughing. On the night of October 28th, Emily had been working late, her laptop open on the living room table, a half-finished cup of coffee beside it. At around 2:10 a.m., she sent her last message to a friend. Do you ever feel like someone's in your house, but you can't prove it? 7 minutes later, she dialed 911. The call recording, later released to investigators, begins with heavy breathing. The dispatcher answers calmly. 911, what's your emergency? There's a pause, then Emily whispers, barely audible, I think someone's inside. The dispatcher asks her to stay calm and describe what she hears. Emily says there are footsteps, slow and deliberate, coming from upstairs. The dispatcher asks if she can leave the house. Emily responds, I can't. I'm in the kitchen. The stairs are right there. Another pause, then something changes. Her breathing becomes sharper, faster. The dispatcher asks, Emily, are you still there? And then, in a voice that sounds distant, strained, almost frozen in fear, Emily says, he's here. A sudden noise follows, a sharp sound like something hitting the floor. Then the line goes completely silent. No scream, no struggle, no movement, just silence. The dispatcher continues calling her name repeatedly, but Emily never responds. Police arrived within 6 minutes. The front door was locked with no signs of forced entry. Inside, everything appeared normal. The living room was undisturbed, her laptop still glowing, the coffee still warm, but Emily was gone. There were no signs of a struggle, no broken furniture, no blood. Upstairs, officers found something unsettling. A single footprint, not muddy or dusty, just visible under certain light, as if pressure had been applied to the floor, leaving a faint impression. But there was only one. No second step, no trail, just one footprint facing the stairs. Investigators searched the entire house, closets, attic, basement, but found nothing. No intruder, no evidence of anyone entering or leaving. Security cameras from nearby homes showed no suspicious activity. Her phone was never found. Fingerprints revealed only Emily's. Neighbors reported hearing nothing unusual that night. No screams, no footsteps, nothing. Days later, investigators made a discovery that deepened the mystery. Emily's laptop contained a series of audio recordings, short clips recorded late at night over the past 2 weeks. At first, they seemed like background noise, but when enhanced, faint sounds could be heard. Footsteps, slow and measured, always upstairs. In one recording, a whisper is barely audible. Not Emily's voice, but a different voice, a male voice, saying just one word, soon. Investigators couldn't identify the source. No evidence of tampering, no hidden speakers, no known explanation. Then came the most chilling detail. The 911 call, when analyzed frame by frame, revealed something investigators couldn't ignore. In the final seconds before the call went silent, there was a second breath, not Emily's. Someone else was in that room. Emily Carter was never found. No body, no suspect, no clear explanation. The case remains open to this day. Some believe it was a carefully planned abduction. Others think something far more disturbing happened inside that house. Something that left no trace except a voice on a recording and a single footprint that leads nowhere. A call for help, a whisper of fear, and a silence that still echoes years later. Because sometimes the most terrifying mysteries are the ones that end without a sound.